Hi everybody, this is Ray. This is Life and Vibe, and today we are coming from my hometown of Virginia Beach, Virginia. And today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I usually have. It's going to be more of a little bit of a vlog slash opinion piece. And the reason for that is that I have been watching a lot of different channels, and they have always some type of influencer who is advertising their affiliate links to a supplement of some type. And most of these folks that are actually advertising these products have no actual licensure underneath their names stating that they are a medical professional, whether it be a doctor, a nurse practitioner, physician's assistant, a registered nurse like myself, a registered dietitian. You're going to see me switching my hands around, and I apologize. I don't own a selfie stick, and I'm just out here at the park next to where I live, and you're probably going to hear me breathless because I'm walking up and down trails. But anyway, if you like the type of content that talks about scams, especially ones regarding wellness, health, personal health, and so forth, then if it's coming from somebody with licensure and who is an expert and who is in grad school, which is why this is a little bit of different content today, because I wanted to touch base. It's not really about the views on this, it's just me trying to say hi, I'm here, I'm just super busy. I'm in the midst of a class discussing ethics and law in nursing, and so I have to start working on a paper, but I just wanted something that I could upload quickly, and at the same time multitask a little health and wellness myself. So anyway, I wanted minimal editing, I think is what I'm trying to say. And so I always recommend trying to get in about 30 minutes of good cardiovascular exercise every day. But anyway, I'm off topic. So obviously often when I'm working on my papers inside of my house, I am having on in the background videos from YouTube, and I often like to watch a variety of content. So anyway, so I have different channels I watch. Some I just watch because I'm always very interested in channels that have very large subscriber numbers, and the content is generally produced by people who aren't far from my own age, and maybe a little younger, maybe a little older. And it's often channels where they're doing something similar to what I am doing at this moment in time, where they're in a very beautiful space and they will be outside. They probably have a selfie stick, so their arms aren't going to be getting tired like mine. But they'll be in a beautiful location and they'll be outside and they will be, you know, talking about Social Security, money, how to invest, how to buy gold, how to prep for an oncoming, you know, Armageddon. I think you get the drift of the types of channels that I'm referring to. And generally, these folks, I'm sure, are very well meaning, but they are often people who have maybe owned small businesses throughout their lives, but don't necessarily have licensure in order, come on, Juma, we're going to go this way, licensure in order to prescribe, subscribe, or even really advise people on taking supplementation. And one of the big ones I think we've all been seeing at the moment is collagen and various types of disguised laxatives for weight loss. And a lot of these channels, like I said, I just wish people would, you know, I try not to be too ranty because I'm out in a public space. Just don't have any, like I said, expertise. And I just started to think, where has it that, like, your friend at the pub or your friend at work or just some anecdotal influencer, social media, has been able to persuade people that they have the answers to their health and wellness journeys, and to actually have demonized medical professionals who in reality are the folks who are there, sorry about the thumb, when really bad health crises and acute incidences, say a cardiovascular event, or suddenly somebody finding out they have stage 4 colon cancer, and listening to medical professionals has now been deemed not a appropriate way to manage your health, and that listening to a influencer who is telling you the, you know, it's kind of like the, you know, what do they call it, like the, you know, yo bro, or the, you know, I got you dude, you know, type of evidence-based practice, you know, where there's, you know, zero evidence-based practice, and they'll just say, I feel great, you know, you'll feel, oh, I got mud on me, you'll feel great, it's been really raining, you'll feel great too. And so anyway, that's what these folks are generally sort of giving as their evidence for these products. Now these products, I haven't really looked at what the ingredient labels are, but I'm sure if I looked through it, I could find a variety of different reasons why they're probably not suitable for most people. They never really ever say, talk to your healthcare provider before taking a supplement. They're not actually allowed to answer any health questions or health claims, because then you're really stepping on dangerous territory. And I think for people who are scared about their health, who are scared of providers, I think we as healthcare providers do have a obligation to make ourselves seem more approachable and caring and understanding to people's problems. I think the difficulty we often have is we can see the person has, you know, a certain number of risk factors in their life, and particularly lifestyle, and we just don't have the time to educate these people on, you know, how to improve these things. And unfortunately, you know, in my cardiac rehab, I do get that opportunity to sort of, come on, walk on, Junebug. It's a muddy mess back here. We know. That's why we're going to go home. You're going to have a shower, and I'm going to make sure, you know, I've already got your shampoo sat at the door, girl. I know. I'm going to do this. Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going. I was watching the camera more than I was watching my step. Anyway. So I guess the reason why I'm really thinking about this more lately is I am 54 in August, which is next month, August the 1st actually. And I have recently found out certain things about myself. Oh my gosh, you gotta see this, how neat this looks. I'm just trying to stand behind. See, look, this is this area is called Marshview here in Virginia Beach. I'm just gonna stay quietly. Anyway, I know those channels always have their moments of nature that their viewers always enjoy watching. Gosh, my arm is getting tired. I do need a selfie stick. So anyway, I don't want to try to make this too long. Sorry, I keep throwing my thumb. That's why people get selfie sticks, so they can switch their arms around. Hey, it's a good workout for my shoulders, that's for sure. I certainly feel the burn. So anyway, I'm training obviously to be a nurse practitioner. I talk about this all the time. And I just see like people like trying to say they're healthy. They're like on blood pressure medications. They are still eating grilled red meat in their 60s. They are working out and probably putting a little bit more strain on their cardiac muscle than they're realizing. And also complaining of dizzy spells. They are contributing the dizzy spells to a carotid x-ray performed at a dentist office a year prior, which makes absolutely zero sense because, you know, why would you want to actually understand that it's probably atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease and a blocked coronary artery? But hey, what do I know? I just work in a cardiac rehab and have been a cardiac RN for many, many years. So I know nothing, of course. But the guy stood in front of the grill in the trailer getting $1,700 a month off of Social Security. He's a health expert. And me, I hate to say it, but 54 this birthday, and not taking a single medication. I'm obviously, and with licensure and over a decade in healthcare, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I have more than a decade. It's getting close to 15 years. So yes, I am clueless, supposedly. Come on, G-Bug, you gotta come. So yeah, I'm supposedly clueless. But these people, the difference is I probably too would never sell one of these supplements because I don't want to make money like that off of people's health journeys. And I don't want to think that somebody is buying something that could interact with anything that their doctors or providers have prescribed them. So, I mean, ethically and morally, I don't think I could make those types of recommendations. Only type of recommendations that I would always make is go see your provider, have them make the decisions as to what they need to do and follow their instructions. That's my advice. Personally, myself, I have had to add a pharmaceutical grade supplement because I had something in my lab work show up that my doctor ordered that needed to be boosted. And so I'm following her direction, even though I am myself a healthcare worker and training to be a healthcare provider in the respect of being able to prescribe. And so, but no, I still have the wherewithal and the understanding that in order to have a very good, healthy, preventative aging plan, you need to be getting all your preventative screens at your provider's office completed. This is not a scam. You need to eat a good, clean, healthy diet. Even if you're running, half marathons, if your diet is still consisting of a amount of cholesterol and saturated fat that's going to clog your coronary arteries, that is the heart arteries making your heart muscle work in order to do its job, and if they get blocked and sealed off, then one of the most important organs in your body is going to be cut off too. There's my dog. You can see her now. Yes, she is. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it just makes sense to me. But I've tried to get some of my patients connected with registered dietitians, and I will admit it is a really hard and difficult endeavor outside of a hospital setting. Don't do that, please. You could definitely get in the bath when you get home. And and these are type 1 diabetics who need advice. And I still have a hard time. Pardon me. Oh, God, the air quality. Sorry. We got those Canadian wildfires that have come in. I'm due to have a functional septal deviation repair at the end of August. So I'm probably going to have some nose bandages. And so I think on my other channel, I'm going to be adding my other... Oi! Oi! Please don't. You're definitely getting a bath at home today. Wild mutt. She rolling. Anyway, I'm definitely going to be getting my health journey posted up somewhere and how I make decisions. So how did I figure out how to take a supplement? So within my annual screening, my physician ordered lab work to be taken. Some of the lab work was covered by my health insurance as a preventative, and a couple of the labs were not covered. Now, I believe because I have a PPO, my health insurance, because they were ordered by my doctor for necessity, and the fact that some of those ones were my most affected lab results, I think that they will cover a portion of that, and then I will pay for the rest out of pocket. And so I had a tier 2 provider order them, and I had them taken at a tier 1 place, but it was inside a hospital because that's the hospital that I work next to and the hospital that is my employer. So anyway, based on those laboratory results in my annual checkup with my physician, we have made recommendations for supplementation. And I have always said I am not against supplements, but I am against people just supplementing without having had a conversation or appropriate blood work by a provider. Reason being, you could actually do more harm than good. You could take things that interact, blah, blah, blah. I don't mean to blah, blah, but I mean, there's lots of things that are important as to why you should not just, especially if you're young, but you can be deficient, especially I think on some of the diets that younger people are eating. So I think it would be important for people at a younger age to start getting that relationship with a provider, even if it's a nurse practitioner like myself in the future, though I'm not specializing in primary care, but more hopefully cardiology. Anyway, that's a long story. So anyway, I want to say, and I'm going to try to finish up because this has been kind of long already, and I just want to wish everyone, like I said, a happy holiday weekend. Just be really cautious when seeing anybody selling anything with an affiliate link, an influencer of these types. Question the motive for money, question whether they have the expertise to recommend these products, if these products are actually FDA approved. I mean, all the supplements that I need to take are going to come through the pharmacy. I have to get them through a work pharmacy to keep the maintenance price, which is much less expensive, it's like a couple of bucks a month. So I need to set that up. But I think I should start documenting this journey. I have another channel called Ray RN where I talk more about health related things. And I think now that I'm an older lady at a certain age, I think it would be good for me to maybe document what I do, how I save money, the things that I do preventively wise in order to have a really good and well managed aging journey within the American healthcare system, which is extremely complicated, even for those of us who work in it. And I just want to say I'm out with sunscreen on. I'm getting my exercise. I'm eating healthfully, and today I do eat a plant-based diet. So if you're really interested in learning a little bit more and would like to see that type of content, let me know down in the comments. I actually may be more of a inspirational tour de force than some of these other influencers, because they talk about some really bad mistakes they've made in life, and I did too, getting married to my first husband, but at least I managed to learn Spanish during that time and increase my education. But I hold 2 college degrees, I speak a foreign language, I've lived in 4 different countries, I have owned the same property for 20 years, through recessions, through job losses, through everything, alone, without a partner. I have finished a degree here in the United States, of which my current employer is helping me pay down, and I have been paying since the change of the student loan interest rates. So that I've definitely been doing. I also have my employer paying for my grad school at the moment. So I will come out of MP school, which can range anywhere in price from, especially for the course that I'm taking, which is, I'm going to turn around this way because it's beautiful, which is acute care adult gerontology. In this park, this is across the street from my condo, okay? I have a condo here at the oceanfront Virginia Beach that I bought for a song, just over $80,000 about 20 years ago, and I still own that property. And that will be my first investment property to rent, and then I'll be moving somewhere probably with a yard at some point is the plan. That's once I obviously get out of grad school, which is less than 3 years now, which is astounding because I'm taking classes part-time. So I have the property here at the beach in Virginia Beach. I also live at this park. I owe just slightly over $30,000. Oh, stay back, Junebug. There's a cyclist. Come here, Junebug. Oh, she's not. Sorry. This is a bike trail. So I owe just slightly over $30,000, but my employer currently pays $250 a month starting in August on that debt, and has been paying $200 a month. Like I said, my grad school is completely paid for. That course of study can be anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 in price. I have a retirement savings fund. I have a car. Yeah, I'm paying on that, but the interest rate is 1.9% because I have great credit. Let's see, my employer, my boss just told me I'm doing really well at the moment, and I'm working in a job that I love. I make very good income, though I get taxed out the hilt like everybody in this country. I just finished out getting $25,000. I don't care talking about these things. $25,000. Yeah, you can call it bragging, but you know, when men do it, it's successful. When women do it, we're braggers. So you know what, girls, let's brag. Let's brag. Let's be uncouth. Let's be unladylike. Let's not be girls. Let's, be as, because I guess in the MLM space they get to do it when they're scamming people out of money. But when you're a hardworking, honest person and you talk about it, you're just a bragger. Well, I'm going to brag because I'm happy to share how I got here. And how I did it. Yeah, maybe there's some white privilege in there, but I promise you, I didn't have any money. I have no living relatives. So I have none of those support systems. And I'm in a foreign country to me now. I was born in the United States, but I did not grow up here. I grew up in the UK. Then I lived in Mexico for 7 years, in between living in London. And then I came to the United States about, I want to say, a little over 20 years ago, when my grandma was still alive. She has since passed away. And my family originally was all from Virginia Beach, Virginia, which is where I'm currently located. And they have, some of them still live in the city, but a lot of them have moved out. And sadly, a lot of my family have passed away. It's just kind of the circle of life. But I have remained here in the city. And I count myself to be, on the most part, quite fortunate. I've been through some really tough times too. But I can promise you, I'm not trying to use those to sell anything or to get a sob story or anything of that nature, because I think it's important to understand that everyone's had some really crazy stuff happen in their lives. And so I think we always have to be really conscientious and cautious of creators, especially YouTube now, because YouTube is really attracting people, especially older folks now who've discovered the medium and who are sharing their journeys into retirement, to Social Security, to finance, to this, that, and the other. And as far as I've seen, none of these people have the qualifications to do this other than having lived and having maybe owned a business at some point. I even owned a nursing business, but I promise you, I would not call myself a business expert because I've never been to school to study business. That's the one thing I haven't studied. But anyway, and like I said, I'm in grad school now, paid for by my employer. So I think I've been fairly successful. I think once I reach retirement, I will be debt free. Hopefully this condo at that point, because it's more me, I don't want to move, will be an actual rental property here at the beach. I'd like to stay in the beach area, but I don't know for work if I'm going to be getting, I'm going to turn around because it's so pretty. Junebug, stay here. Get further and further out to, oh, isn't this gorgeous? Happy holiday weekend, everybody. I'm not sure if I will be where I'll be working. There's the employer that I'm currently with does not really have any locations here in Virginia Beach. There's a kind of actually really far away, almost like 80 miles away, a little bit further from where I work currently for them. And that's a decent drive in the morning. So I think at some point, if I go in the direction I'm hoping to go with this employer, if everything goes to plan, then I will have probably the need to rent the condo and to be able to have to go maybe a little further out. I'd like to still get something that's on water here in Virginia, but we'll see. So that's, you know, there are some other areas, so we'll see. That's the big plan. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to throw that in because I don't like the brags necessarily, but I feel that, you know, and I'm also a clinician and a medical provider. Can we not do that, sweetheart? A happy dog owner. I just hope everyone does well, and like I said, make sure it's evidence-based. Make sure the person who is recommending it has licensure, and probably a lot of those people who do have licensure, we're probably not really selling but so many products online because we probably have ethical considerations, so that's part of it. All right, everybody, I'm just going to pan around and let everyone see how pretty it is out here, and take care. Speak to you soon.